Dear viewers, this is series on should you be taking a home loan to buy your homes. In part 1, we discussed about advantages and disadvantages of taking a home loan. We also discussed the special nature of home loans, that it is available for very low rate of interest, it is available for long tenures to repay the home loans. We also said in part 2 that we are going to discuss is there any specific advantage in taking the home loans. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, investment consultant and a financial planner.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Dear viewers, before we discuss this topic of today, I would like to share a happy news with you all. We have crossed 50,000 subscriber mark in less than 1.5 years. When I started this channel, I never thought that we could grow that fast. Now the growth is coming really fast. The content that we have produced has been liked and shared by so many of you. The number of subscribers which is growing, the love and affection you have showered on this channel makes us very enthusiastic to give you more and more videos on the content that is very, very relevant to you. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, as well as all the team members who are working behind the scenes in NRI Money Clinic. Dear viewers, let's discuss the topic today. Should you be really taking a home loan, or should you use the money which is in your hands to buy this house? Let's look at the different options which are in front of us now. Let me assume that you have the required amount of money to go and buy that house. When you do this, you are left with no loan. You don't have to worry about repaying the EMIs over a large number of years in future. You can straight away go, pay for your house, you are debt free, and you can continue to live in the dream house of yours. That's a distinct possibility for those of you who have ready cash. But let's think for a while. I have the required amount of cash. Now, instead of buying this house with my own money and remain debt free, what happens if I am able to buy this house taking a home loan? Is there any specific advantage in taking a home loan? To get proper answers, we have to do correct calculation and check what happens when you take a home loan. I have worked out different case scenarios here. The first case scenario that I have worked out for you today is you will buy this house with a long-term loan. That means you are going to take a 25 years home loan. And let's see what happens. Now here, I have considered that you need a home loan of 50 lakh rupees to buy that house. You have this money with you. Now you are just doing an evaluation. What happens if I take this house on a loan and invest the money that is there with me for a better gain, and what happens over a period of 25 years? Now, if you take a home loan of 50 lakh rupees for a period of 25 years at the current home loan rate of 7%, then the EMI that you are going to pay would be around 36,000 rupees. Whatever the figures I am discussing it here, I have rounded off to the nearest 1,000 or nearest lakh of rupee for easier understanding. So you take a home loan of 50 lakh rupees for a period of 25 years, your EMI per month will come to 36,000 rupees. Now over 25 years, at this 7% rate of interest, the total amount of money you are paying to the lending institution would be 1 crore 8 lakh rupees, which means to say a total amount of 58 lakh rupees you will be paying this institution as interest over 25 years. You hesitate to take this loan because you are worried about this 58 lakhs that you have to give to the lending institution. To save on that, you decide to buy it with your own funds. Now let's do one more calculation. Now you decide to do home loan 25 years at 7% rate with 36,000 per month. Now, what will you do with the cash that is available with you? You will invest this money. Now, when you invest this money, I don't want to make any fancy calculations here. I don't want to say that you put it in a mutual fund portfolio and that will give you 14%, 15% return. No, that's not my intention. Let's make conservative estimates. Let's make estimates which are realistic in nature. Let's make estimates which are easily achievable. So the calculation that I made here is the investment that you make, if it earns just 1% over and above your home loan, you are taking a home loan at 7% rate of interest. Now the investment of 50 lakh rupees, what you are going to make, if it earns 8% investment rate over 25 years, what happens? Now the quick back of the envelope calculation showed, if you invest 50 lakh rupees at 8% rate of return, in 25 years, you will be shocked to see this amount is going to become 3 crore 42 lakh rupees. It has principal in it. Principal was 50 lakh what you invested, goes on to become 3 crore 42 lakhs. Which means to say, in 25 years, the amount of 50 lakhs will earn 2 crore 92 lakh as investment return. Now you have to pay some taxes. I will not say that this has been invested in a bank FD because bank FD cannot earn so much of a money. You could have invested in a well-constructed mutual fund portfolio or some other investment which can get you 8%, which is 1% over and above the home loan interest. Out of this 2 crore 92 lakhs profits that you make over 25 years, you are liable to pay taxes. If it is a capital gains tax, at the current rate, it works out to about 10% tax. Post-tax net gain on this 50 lakh invested amount works out to 2 crore 62 lakh rupees. That's too huge an amount to neglect. You are paying 36,000 per year. You are worried about that paying that extra 58 lakh as the home loan interest. Now imagine if you have put this 50 lakh in an investment account and you open this after 25 years, when you have cleared this home loan, you would have got back all that money. You would have got your house also free because the profit that you are making post-tax is 2 crore 62 lakhs. So there is a clear evidence to say that it is worthwhile for you to take a home loan, that too for a long period of time. When you take a home loan for a long period of time, your EMI will remain very low. It becomes very, very manageable for you. Over longer periods of time, the property rates will also increase. So don't hesitate to take a home loan. Taking a home loan and whatever the cash that you have, if you are able to invest even in conservative portfolios, it should be able to earn you handsomely good amount of money. An intelligent person should always consider buying this house with the help of a loan. That is where the real money has to be made. You can literally create a free house if you invest properly. You don't have to take too much of a risk. You just have to allow it to work for longer periods of time. Now you may have a question that for everyone it is not possible to take a 25-year loan. Yes, you have a point. If somebody starts very early in the career, he may get a 25 years time to take a home loan. But if you are taking it at, let's say, 40 years or 45 years of age, you may not get such a long tenure. Now let's look at what happens if you take home loan for a shorter duration. I have tried here different combinations. Let's look at what happens if you take a home loan for 20 years and invest that lump sum that you have for this 20 years period. Now, if you take a home loan for 50 lakh rupees for a period of 20 years, your EMI will be 39,500 rupees. And the total interest that you pay to the housing loan company will be 44 lakhs 84,000 rupees. You take a loan of 50 lakhs, the total amount you'll be paying to housing loan company will be 94 lakh 84,000, which means 44 lakh 84,000 you are paying as extra interest. Now, if you invest 50 lakh that you already have and it earns 8% interest rate, then again, even in case of 20 years of investment period, this is going to generate a total before tax of 2 crore 14 lakhs. At 8% rate of return, the investment amount works out to 2 crore 14 lakhs. After the tax, this amount will be still, it is going to be 1 crore 64 lakhs. That's far higher than the interest that you pay. It is far higher than the property price that you have paid for this. So even with a 20-year loan, it's perfectly in your best interest to take a housing loan and invest the money that you have with you. Now let's look at the calculation. If you have to take a 15 years loan, what happens? Now the 50 lakh loan that you need, you will take it for 15 years. Rate of interest is going to be 7%. Now your EMI per month will work out to about 46,000. The total amount of money that you'll be paying to the home loan company will be about 82 lakh 56,000, which is you are paying a total extra interest of 32 lakh 56,000 rupees because you have taken a home loan. Now, if you invest that 50 lakh cash what you have at 8% rate of return in a good quality mutual fund portfolio, and if it just generates 8%, then this 50 lakh in a period of 15 years is going to become 1 crore 58 lakh rupees. That's literally 1 crore and 8 lakh rupees more than what you have really invested. If I take out 10% tax from that, then you will be left with 97 lakh extra amount by investing this money. Even there, your house is going to become free. Even there, the interest what you have paid to the housing loan can be easily recovered using this particular method. Now let us look at another combination. Now here, instead of taking long period of housing loan, you will go only for a 10-year housing loan. Now in case of a 10-year housing loan, what happens is your EMIs will become steep. Now your EMI will be 59,000 rupees per month. The total amount of money that you will pay for housing loan company will be 71 lakh 29,000 over a period of 10 years. That means you are paying 21 lakh 29,000 as interest over a period of 10 years. Now what happens to your investment account? In 10 years, the 50 lakhs, if you have invested in a good portfolio which yields around 8%, which is just 1% over and above the housing loan interest, the total amount of returns that you will get at the end of 10th year will be 1 crore 7 lakh rupees. That's literally 57 lakh rupees over and above what you have invested. And even post-tax returns, if you take out 10% tax from that, you still have a net extra gain of 51 lakh rupees in your account. The price of that house was 50 lakh rupees. The extra gain that you have is 51 lakh. You can think that you have purchased this house for only 21 lakh 29,000. Even in a medium term loan, like a 10 years period, it still works in your favor. Now let us look at a short-term loan. A short-term loan could be only for about 5 years. If you take the loan for 5 years, what happens? Now, if you take the same 50 lakh loan for 5 years, your EMIs will climb to 1 lakh 2,000 rupees. You'll be paying 1 lakh 2,000 rupees per month. If you are paying an EMI of 1 lakh 2,000 over a period of 5 years, the total amount of money that you pay to the housing loan company will be 61 lakh 39,000. It only means to say you are paying a total interest of 11 lakh 39,000 in 5 years period of time. What happens to your investment account? Now, if you have invested 50 lakh for an 8% return in a good portfolio, then in 5 years from there, the total money that you will have in your account could be 73 lakh 46,000 rupees. You will gain a total interest of 23 lakh 46,000 rupees during the same period. Even after adjusting for the tax, which is 10%, you are still left with 21 lakh extra investment gain. And if you waive off that interest that you have paid on housing loan, you have still got 10 lakhs extra. So all these calculations tell only one thing. There is a distinct advantage in taking a housing loan. When you take a housing loan, the interest that you pay diminishes after year. It's not an ascending interest rate. Every year when you pay your EMI has a portion of principal and it also has a portion of interest built into it. Every time you prepay your principal, the total amount of interest you pay keeps coming down. Over periods of time, the total interest that you are paying every year drops year after year. Whereas when you invest this money, it works like a compounding on the upside. Interest keep coming down. The total amount of interest you pay for housing loan keeps coming down year after year. Whereas the investment gain that you make keeps increasing year after year. This power of compounding on your investment account works well in your favor. So next time when you are caught in a dilemma, should I take a loan or should I use the money that is available with me, have no hesitation to take a loan. But make sure that you invest that money in a proper portfolio under proper care. Then only you are able to get a better benefit from taking this housing loan. Dear viewers, in this entire calculation, you observed that we used two figures here. You will get a home loan for 7% and you invest your money at 8% rate of return. We assumed that you will get 8% rate of return. Now my question to you is, instead of getting 8%, if you get only 7% in your investment account, what happens? Do you still have an advantage, or it is neutral, or do you lose money? Please do your calculations and leave your answers in the comment section below. You'll be surprised to see there are very interesting answers when you do the same calculation with same rate of return. Your investment account getting 7% rate of return and the home loans that you are taking, you are paying at 7% rate of return. I will discuss this in part 3 of this series. Many of you who are listening to this episode will be having one question in your mind. Who will have the entire money that is required to buy a house at the time of buying this house? Everybody will be struggling. People may have a portion of the money, rest they will take a housing loan. So this is a useless argument. This could be the thoughts that is going on in your mind. Now in the part 3, I will discuss various other possibilities that you can work out and see what happens in that. You need not invest the entire cost of the house at the time of taking this loan. What if you are able to do something else? If you work out some other permutations and combinations, let's see what happens. That portion I will discuss in part 3 of this section on should you be taking a home loan or you should use your own money to buy your house. Dear viewers, hope that points that I discussed added some value to your thoughts, and it must have given you some insights into what you need to be doing at the time of buying your house. If it really helped you, please like this video and don't forget to share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I will be back with you with part 3 of this series very, very soon.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.